orders were passed. 709, my lord, simply stated to the Honorable Supreme Court saying that because this will create a lot of problem to the state in functioning, so either the Honorable Court may permit to continue these teachers till the end of session or till fresh selection. So this was simple prayer by setting out the grievances of the state. In the application, there was no schedule given to the Honorable Supreme Court. So Honorable Supreme Court found a midway saying that, okay, we accept your prayer, but we will give you opportunity to conclude the process by 31st of December. And that's how this order was passed. That's why this order is relevant, my lord. Your lordship may peruse that order. I'll just read
this order, Mr. Counsel. I have seen this order. So what is your point? So for
my point is, my lord, that the Honorable Supreme Court said directed the state that this.
No, I am not asking. I am not asking you that what Honorable Supreme Court has said in the order dated 17th April 2025. I am asking you that what is your case?
My lord, it relates to that order. That's why I'll
please come straightway. What is the case made out?
So the Honorable Supreme Court in direction number 2 said that the examination and entire process should be concluded by 31/12/2025. So that is the deadline. By that time, a state has to conclude.
Absolutely correct.
My submission with great respect is that in the advertisement of 30th of May, the state has given certain deadlines, certain dates that a state is free to accommodate here and there. That is my one submission. Your lordship, what transpired yesterday, I could have done it. This is my one submission over. Now, what is difficulty? Difficulty is that if I apply as general candidate, subject to outcome of this petition, these petitioner number 2 and 3 has different difficulty. Petitioner number 2 and 3 does not have 50% eligibility as per the advertisement because OBC were granted 45%. OBC could have applied in 45% eligibility.
But now, in view of the judgment of the Honorable Division Bench of our court,
my lord,
this categorization of so far OBC is concerned has been
stayed. Stayed in the meanwhile. That matter is pending. Your lordship may have page 141 of this petition, my lord. That judgment is there. That order is there. It starts at page 130 and the operative para is page 141, para 16. This is on the technical ground. The state ought to have placed the reports and the bills before the legislature for amendment or introduction of classes of schedule of 2012 Act. The executive notification are in direct conflict with the judgment, and the same had not been issued under 2012. This court had categorically observed that the judgment and it had not interfered with the executive order classifying 66 classes prior to 2010. The said judgment had not been interfered by the Honorable Supreme Court, and that such no hindrance can in conducting the recruitment process as well as the admission process, taking into consideration 66 classes of OBC as existing to 2010. And in the meanwhile, your lordship had next page.
What was the position with regard to classification of OBC prior to 2010? That was upheld?
That was upheld. Only 66 candidates, 66 classes, my lord. Now over the year till 2012.
So if this observation of the this observation is of the Honorable Division Bench is there, right, then is there any whether this recruitment notification dated 30th May 2025 is contrary, has any clause or contains any clause which is contrary to this observation?
My lord, that is not there, but the 30th of...
Then where is the difficulty?
My lord, just...
If there is nothing in the recruitment notification dated 30th May 2025 which offends this observation as contained in paragraph 17 of this judgment of the Honorable Division Bench, in that event, where is the scope to interfere at this stage?
My lord, I have different problem. Problem is that I do not fall in 66 classes. I fall in the classes for which the estate had done exercise after 2010.
That has been set aside by the division bench.
Not set aside. Yes, first round set aside, and that is pending in the Honorable Supreme Court. That is
so
right
whatever
now
that pendency will not undo the order, which judgment which was delivered by the Honorable Division Bench.
That's
unless
right,
a contrary observation is made by the Honorable Supreme Court.
That's right, my lord. Now, in the second round, when this exercise, which has been stayed on interim basis at page 141.
So therefore, on the
technical
Mr. Counsel,
now what is
Mr. Counsel, on the anvil of this judgment dated 17 June 2025 passed by the Honorable Division Bench, at this stage there is no scope left open to the present petitioners to be treated as OBC.
My lord, the issue
so at best they can apply as a general category candidate if they comply the eligibility criteria, not in relaxation of the eligibility.
My lord, may I submit? May I submit on this? I will.
Lord, can I interrupt for 1 minute?
Court. Now the issue.
Can I interrupt for 1 minute, Lord? Then
one more submission.
I will hear Mr. Bandyopadhyay. Mr. Bandyopadhyay, yes. I will hear you. Please.
One more submission on this. My lord, this has been stayed due to some technical reason because it was not placed before a state legislature. The entire exercise has been done. Now, undisputedly, those very same people, if they belong to different region, different religion, they fall in OBC. Now, because they were added later on, that has been held to be invalid for the time being. Now, this order at 141 has also gone to the Honorable Supreme Court. My submission is, my lord, that the deadline of 31st September is for final selection. The detailed schedule is not direction of the Honorable Supreme Court. The estate can certainly accommodate. And in the process, such a huge population of this estate.
No, Mr. Counsel, in that event, you have to approach the Supreme Court. Because it's a huge, it is a huge exercise.
My lord, it has been done.
Selection process is a huge exercise. If I extend the time, extend the last date for submitting applications, keeping this last date of recruitment process, that is 31st December 2025, that is impossible so far the recruiting agency is concerned to complete the selection process.
I can only express my problem before your lordship. I can't go beyond certain limit.
What now can be done today if the position is this?
66
there is no quarrel to the extent of observation made by the Honorable Division Bench in the order dated in the judgment dated 17 June 2025. So far, paragraph 17 is concerned. What was the position prior to 2010 with regard to classification of 66 categories as OBC? To that extent, there is no contrary view expressed by the Honorable Supreme Court. So therefore, court has to proceed on the basis at the same time, keeping in mind the order dated 17th of April 2025 passed by the Honorable Supreme Court to conclude the selection process within certain time.
Last so 1 minute, my lord.
Please appreciate the predicament of this court.
Last 1 minute, 2 submissions. I will not go beyond. In this process, the deadline by the Supreme Court is 31st December to complete. No detailed scheduling Supreme Court has not done. A state can still do it. Second, in this process, only 66 classes are going to be beneficiary of the entire OBC reservation, and the entire mass of this state is going to be ousted. So this equity, your lordship, must consider, and a state must do something.
Yes, Mr. Bandyopadhyay.
A state must do something, my lord.
Thing is that, so far the first OBC judgment is concerned, that SLP has been filed, no stay has been granted. That is coming up expected on next Tuesday. So far the second order is concerned, that is also, my lord, SLP has been filed. That is expected to come, my lord, on also Tuesday. That's the position. Whatever, my lord, today we are working on the basis of the order of the division bench. Whatever we are working, my lord, in that order, in that matter, my lord, one contempt petition was also filed. And in the contempt petition, on 26 June 2025, an order was passed. If anybody is there, kindly hand over the order, 26 June 2005. Well, kindly read this order in 26. Content is alleged to of the order it is 17 June to so and so passed in the writ petition so and so. Mr. Dotto, Learned Advocate General, and Mr. Bandyopadhyay, Learned Advocate, submit. They have an instruction to represent the alleged content. Let the notice be content be served on the adverse one. So and so, not 3 is important. Kindly come to 5. Learned Advocate Mr. Kishore Datta has placed a notice at 21st June 2005, which is stated appear to centralized admission portal that categorization submitted by the applicant shall not be taken for consideration for the timing and would be required to be subsequently submitted. For this said purpose, the portal would be opened afresh. It is further clarified in the notice that admission process or any finalization is subject to the outcome of pending legal proceeding, and no right shall accrue in favor of any applicant by reason of applying under the portal. The court requires the alleged contemners to put the same an affidavit, and it is expected the order, the 70 is complied with letter and spirit. Thus, the next paragraph is very important. 8. This court is of the view that the expression received all application in the centralized portal must only include the original OBC category person, that is those in the existing classes of OBCs prior to 2010 as directed by this court in the judgment passed in answer. This same must be clarified online by the state in the said portal. My lord, accordingly, my lord, an affidavit was filed before the Honorable Division Bench. Kindly hand over this affidavit, please. Anyone? Affidavit is there. Affidavit is with us. Affidavit file. Just can I just read that? But there, in terms of the in compliance with the order of the division bench, 2 notifications have been made. And the affidavit kindly similar that kindly come to 2012, post 2012. Post 2012 notification has to be implemented according to him. But that we cannot do it at this juncture.
That cannot be done in view of the observation made by the Honorable Division Bench in paragraph 17 of
exactly. Now, what has happened, I tell you, Lordship. What has happened when the SLP was pending, that time we took a leave from the court to identify the OBCs for the classes. That leave was granted to us. And accordingly, my lord, all steps were undertaken. And after that, that was placed in the Legislative Assembly. So the second round of litigation is this, that the division bench stayed that notifications also. Against that, my lord, also already we have filed the SLP. Now the position is this, my lord, when the advertisement has issued, we have acted in terms of the division bench order. There is no violation of the division bench order, and we cannot violate it. Now, if the second round of litigation, which is pending and coming up to state, if it is stayed, let's assume it is stayed. We have to think about that. If it is not stayed, it will continue.
Even if it is stayed, Mr. Bandyopadhyay, then you have to obtain a leave from the Honorable Supreme Court. Since Honorable Supreme Court has categorically framed time by video order dated 17.
No, I am not saying. I will not disturb that. I will not disturb that. No circumstances, this schedule cannot be disturbed.
So the SLP which has been preferred against this order dated 17 June 2025 is coming up on Wednesday.
Tuesday. It's coming up. It is expected to come today. Yesterday, the
court has to proceed, taking into consideration the last date of submitting application on Monday. So in terms of this notification dated 30th May.
I cannot do anything. I have to proceed on the basis of the notification. Until a stay is granted, I cannot do anything. And categorization, I also cannot do in view of the earlier division bench judgment.
So what I am proposing to do, that I will pass an order at the present moment, if the petitioners are coming under the purview of this, if petitioners are adjudged as an eligible candidates in terms of the notification dated 30th May 2025, they can apply. They are free to apply, but not as OBC category candidate in view of the observations made by the Honorable Division Bench in the judgment dated 17 June 2025. But I will keep this writ petition pending, and I will give directions for affidavits. In the meantime, if the situation is altered, then appropriate order is to be passed.
Millard, only 1 second, Millard.
Yes.
We are not accepting any application for the timing as on today on the basis of any category. Am I clear to you?
Category relating to OBC. Category
Yes.
no
category.
Only applications from all candidates.
Not even general, not even no category now. We are concerned about the
situation which is continuing with regard to categorization of OBC. Keeping this aspect in mind, that window is kept open.
This may be recorded. This statement will resolve lot many problems. So this statement could be recorded, because this will also clarify on the issue. If somebody does not have 50% and he needs to apply, then how that can be resolved? Because even for OBC who is in
I will request one thing. I will request the learned senior counsel appearing for the petitioner. You should take appropriate steps with the Supreme Court.
Yes. Court is also requesting.
Matter is coming on Tuesday. Matter is coming on Tuesday.
Half-minute rejoinder. Rejoinder.
Yes.
Everything you can say on Tuesday.
I am clarifying that I am not saying that don't implement the orders of the Honorable Court. I am not saying that you are violating the orders of Honorable High Court or Supreme Court. My concern is that I also want to participate. And in that process, if you put me in certain category, ask my caste, and then you don't take 45%, then I'll be ousted. So that is my concern. And the request was that if the process is going to happen in the Honorable Supreme Court within 2 or 3 days, for that reason, if the Commission or a state considers it to extend this date of 14th July to 2-3 days, that will probably clear a lot of dust from the process.